voice is clear? Is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay. First Linux class we are going to start today. So before going to start the Linux basics, first we have to understand what are the types of users in Linux. So what is shell? What is kernel? What are the types of files in Linux? Because in Windows, the Windows operating system identify the files with the extension names like .exe, .doc, .xls, .ppt, like so many extensions. But how the Linux operating system identify files? How do you identify the Linux files? Then go to so users. For example, if you take Windows, we have the administrator account name in Windows is administrator. So then we can create normal users. That is who learn the administration, they can easily understand. Now, who is the administrator? What is the administrator account in Linux? Technically, we have two usernames, super user. So technical questions they will ask, you have to remember. What is the super user? What is root? Both are same. So super user or root user having all privileges. So can perform each and every task on the server. That is root administrator. So we are going to learn Linux administration. So we can log in as a super user. Next, as a Linux administrator, you are going to create the normal user accounts. Like you can assume developers, testing and developers, manage, whatever it may be. You have to create the user accounts. So you are the super user. You can do anything on the server. So you can create normal users. The normal users can execute only normal user commands, which are allocated to them. So database administrators only, database users only, database commands will work. Java programmers, Java commands only work. Like that. So we can create normal users. What commands they have to run, we have to set the path. Next, pseudo users. So as a super user, root user, primary user, you can create some normal user accounts. You can assign some administrative privileges to them. So those are called pseudo users. Some of the system administrator commands, we can give the permission to run for particular users. They are calling as pseudo users. So these are the types of users. Next to shell. So what is shell? So shell is the interface between user and kernel. So just I will show you. Like here, see. So hardware, top of the hardware we have kernel. Kernel is nothing but OS, Linux OS. Top of that we have a security layer shell is there. Here we are going to give the commands lsr, who, tar, grep, cp like that. Top of that we are going to work. So interview point of view, they will ask what is that? What are users? Just now we discussed. Super users, pseudo users, normal users. So next shell. What is shell? Second layer. So what is shell? Shell is the interface between user and kernel. Shell is nothing but a command checker. Most of the shells are developed in C language. Shell identifies whether the user is a super user or normal user or pseudo user. So depending upon the permissions, it can understand. So he is a administrator, a normal user, or pseudo users. Linux supports all the shells. So default shell in Linux, sometimes they will ask the question. What is the default? Default shell means when you log into your Linux server, when you open a command prompt, the shell prompt will log in. So that is default shell. The default shell in Linux is bash, born again shell. Next to sh, bourne shell. So bourne shell is the default shell of Sun Solaris operating system and HP Unix. Next ksh, Korn shell, default shell of IBM AX Unix. CSH shell, generally this shell we can assign for C users, C programmers. So every shell will work on every operating system, but every operating system has a default shell. Remember that point. So bash only works on Linux, it will not work on other operating system. That is wrong. So all shell supports all the operating systems. Once you install any Unix or Linux flavor, by default all the shells will be installed on the system. Depending upon your requirement, we can switch the shells also. Next, kernel. What is kernel? So kernel, it is a interface between shell and hardware. Kernel is having a core operating system. Every operating system contains kernel, and kernel will communicate directly to the hardware. So it is the mediator between software and hardware. So whatever the device drivers, system modules, everything managed by kernel. It converts HLL, means high level language, to low level language, and low level language to high level language. So this is the work of kernel. Now types of files. Just now I explained you. Windows operating system identify the files with the extension names. But how the Linux operating system identify the files? So Linux operating system identify the files with the type. So how do you identify normal file? Hyphen, hidden file, dot, block special file, B. So by using these symbols and characters, we can identify. Linked file, L. Socket file, S. Directory also treated as a file, D. D means directory. Piped files, P. Character special file, C. Like that, we can identify the files with the type. Next, uname command. Compulsory they will ask in interview, what is the uname command? Any Unix flavor it will work. Any Unix or Linux flavor. So it displays the system information. So uname command has many options. Uname -a means all information. Uname -s, kernel name. Uname-n, node name. Node name is computer name. Uname-r, kernel release. Uname-v, kernel version. Uname-n, machine architecture. Uname-p, processor architecture. Which processor you are using? Uname-i, hardware platform, 64-bit, 32-bit, whatever. Uname-o, operating system. So these options practically I will show you. ls commands. So for example, whenever you want to see the files and directories in Windows, so I opened my computer. I want to see the files and directories, C drive. So what files are there in AWS demo class? For example, I opened this. So these are the demo class files. To see the files and directories in Windows, you click, you can check. But in Linux, how to check? By using the ls command. So ls displays files and directories. ls space -small a display all hidden files and directory files, normal files. ls-d displays the directories, current directories. ls-m displays files and directories with commas. -r, reverse order it will display. -q with quotations. -R, recursive mode, tree structure, main directory, subdirectories, in that subdirectories, like that. -s displays size of files and directories with kilobytes, but it will not show you the bytes. But ls-i, it shows the files and directories with inode numbers. So what is inode number? I will explain you. ls space -sh, size in human understandable, 4 KB or 10 MB or 1 MB or 1 GB, like that. ls-t, sort by modification time. ls-l displays all files and directories with 9 fields of output. So this minimum knowledge we have to get on this. What are the types of users? What is the shell work of the shell? What are the types of shells? What is kernel? What kernel will do? What are the types of files? How do you identify the files? Sometimes maybe some interviews they will give a manual exam. So initial second round purpose, initially how much initial knowledge we have, they will give some 20 questions, 50 questions, they will give the answers. So objective mode. So they will give how do you identify normal file hyphen, you have to like that we have to. So how do you know the kernel release? They will ask the question uname hyphen r. How do you know the kernel version? You like that we have to remember these basic comments. How to see the size of a file ls-sh. How to see the inode numbers ls-i. Like that we have to remember these options. Now go to this VMware workstation, power on your Linux operating system. So I have number of Linux machines. So depending upon the batch, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m., number of Linux machines I have. So depending upon the batch, I will start the machine. This is Linux 6 8 p.m. batch. We have to start the machine. Linux 6 8 p.m. batch. So it is booting. So it is booting. So login screen. So here we can log in as a root user. So if you log in as a normal user, if the commands what I am giving, if you are practicing, those will not work. Permission denied message will come because we are an administrator. So we can run the commands on anywhere, any administration commands we can run. So click on other. So username root. So Linux the administrator account name is root. Give the password at the time of installation, which password we given, give that password. So this is the desktop experience. So each and every configuration Linux we are going to do command prompt only. We are not going to use any graphical interface configurations. So right click on the desktop, open terminal. So open this terminal. So if we are working with Windows, you can graphical mode. If you open my computer, it shows C drive, D drive, E drive. If you want to check the directories in E drive, open the E drive or D drive. Then folders will display. So in which folder what information is there, files, and again you can open the folder. Click, click, click. But now we are in the command line route. Now I want to know where I am. So I want to know I am in which folder. This is not a graphical mode. So whenever you are working with Linux, first of all, first you have to run the command pwd. Present working directory. Where I am under /root. So slash is the operating system directory, root directory. Under that there is a subdirectory is root. So that is the root administrator home directory. Under home directory, we are in the /desktop directory. So which information is there in desktop? So if it is Windows, I open desktop, it will display what on the desktop are there. Here nothing. So we have to know the command ls. So untitled folder is there. So like this, if you want to know what are the files and directories in your present working directory, you can run the command ls. Now as a Linux administrator, I want to work from my home directory. So wherever you are in which folder. If you want to directly go to your home folder, so cd. See, now I am in /root. This is my home directory. I am the administrator. My home directory is root. So the Linux normal users home directory is /home. The root administrator home directory is /root. Now what are the files and directories under /root? ls. So black color are files, blue color are directories. So this is the ls command. And also I showed you uname command. So it shows what is the operating system Linux kernel. uname -a, the complete system information Linux server 8 2.6.32.elx x86 #1 SMP Wednesday. This is the information. But we have to understand, how do you know the node name? They will ask the question. uname -n server 8. How do you know the kernel release? uname -r 2.6.32-71. How do you know the kernel version? uname -v. How do you know the operating system? uname -s Linux. How do you know the machine architecture? uname -m. Processor architecture? uname -p. Hardware platform? uname -i. x86 64-bit only. Processor 64-bit. Machine also 64-bit. Architecture also 64-bit. Hardware platform also 64-bit. Like this, any one of the question they can ask. So we have to ready to give the answer. So that is the reason while practicing, you have to check one by one, you have to check, you have to remember them. Next, ls command already explained you. Display files and directories. And ls command has many options. Just now we seen ls -a. It displays the files and directories, hidden files and directories also. Dot. So starting with dot means hidden files and directories. Normally it will not display. So whenever you given ls -a, it will display. Next to ls -m. Displays files and directories with commas. ls -q with quotations. ls -i, inode numbers. So administrator can understand the files and directories with names. ABC, XYZ, 1, 2, 3 like that. But kernel can understand the files and directories with the numbers. So kernel cannot understand human level language. It understands only machine level language. So only numbering only it will understand. So kernel can understand the files and directories with inode numbers. System administrator can understand the files and directories with names. So ls -s size. So here you cannot understand those are 4 bytes or 52 bytes or 52 KB or 12 KB. Here we cannot understand. So human understandable ls space hyphen sh. See 4 KB, 52 KB, 12 KB, 4 KB, 4 KB, 4 KB. Like that we can understand the files with size by using the command ls space hyphen sh. ls hyphen r. It shows the files and directories with reverse order. So Z to A. Next to ls-t, most recently modified time files. In interview, they will ask, how do you know the most recently modified files and directories list? ls-t. Next to long list of files and directories. ls space hyphen l. So here, type of file, just now I explained you, hyphen means normal file, D means directory. And that is first column. Second one is permissions. These are permissions. Next to 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. They will ask what are the third field numbers. They will ask question in interview. Those are linking files and directories. So whenever we install the operating system, by default directory 2 links will come, files 1 link will come. So depending upon usage, we can manually linking the files. That is the concept we are going to discuss in our basic classes. We have two types of links are there, soft links and hard links. So we are going to learn in our classes. Next to root. So what is this field? Owner of the file. Who is the owner of the file? Root. What is the owners group? Owners group also root. Now the number of bytes used by the file. The date and time when the file is created. And file name, directory names. So here also any question, how do you know the date and time when the file is created? ls-l. How do you know who is the owner of the file and owners group? ls-l. How do you know the number of links to see the files and directories? ls-lc. All questions answer is same. But any one of the question they can ask. So we have to remember. So sharply we have to remember everything. What they asked immediately we have to give the answer. They can go for the next questions. But if you do the wrong answer, they will ask many questions on from this ls command only. And also we can use different combinations. ls-ltr. So here what is LTR? Long list with the most recently modification time with reverse order. So like this long list with the real times generally use this command. Long list with the most recently used files, modified files with the reverse order. So this is the command. So these are the commands we have to remember. Any combinations we can use. Enter. See, most recently used with long list with reverse order. Next, ls hyphen lsh. So long list with size of the files. Long list with the size of the files. Enter. 4 KB, 4 KB, 4 KB like this. So like this, we can use the commands in Linux. So ls commands, uname commands. So then we are going to create the files and directories. So whenever you are working with Linux, already I told you, you must first type the command pwd. Otherwise, where you are creating, where you are checking, everything is confusable. So whenever you are going to start the practice in Linux, first type pwd command, then start the command. Okay, now creating files and directories. First command touch, second command cat, third command vi. So these are the commands we can create the files and directories. So why these commands are there? This much of commands we have to See, first one is touch command. By using this command, we can create n number of empty files. Empty files means 0-byte files. So interview they will ask the question how to create the 0-byte files or empty files. You have to remember technical word will change, but answer is same, touch command. We can also use this command for time stamping. Time stamping means 1 month back I created one file. Now I want to change the date and date and time of the file. Today date and time I can use touch command. So by using this command we can also change the timestamp. Next, cat command. By using this command we can create file, comma, and writes the data at the same time. Writes the data and append the data is technical word. Generally in our language we can add the data and append the data in a file. But we cannot modify or delete the existing data. This command, so by using this command, we can check the data in a file. It means we can see the data in a file. So to see the file, to check the data in a file, open the file. Sir, not open, to check the data in a file, see the content of a file. So cat command. So touch command, by using this command, we can create a number of empty files. We can also use this command for timestamping. Next, cat command, by using this command, you can create file. At the same time, you can write the data. You can add the data in a file. But whatever the data I written, I cannot modify it. I cannot delete it. So, and also by using this command, we can see the data in a file. But when I want to modify file, I can go for another command. 99% we are going to use this command, vi virtual editor. By using this command, we can open a file and create or open. We can create a file, comma, writes the data, comma, modify the data, and delete the data. So 90% we are going to use this file. So this command. So vi, open the file, go to last line, copy the line, paste the line, delete the line, replace the character, replace the number of characters, delete the word, remove the character. So copy 10 lines, paste the lines, delete 10 lines, like that. So number of UI commands we are having. So everything we are going to see practically. So while we are working with Linux, we have to remember paths. Path is very important. So relative path, absolute path. Relative path means where we are. For example, I will show you. So I am opening this terminal. So where I am, this is relative path. Where I am, that is relative path. I want to see the files and directories where I am. So I can have number of directories in Linux. So for example, df-h, these administration I will explain. So we have directory, slash directory is there. Slash is the operating system. Boot is there. Home is there. So I want to check the files in /home directory, but I don't want to go in Windows. You have to open it. So if you want to see the files and directories, D drive you have to open. Without open, you cannot see. So wherever you are, so you can go to the my computer, you can open. But I am in my path only, but I can check the files under /home, ls/home. So these are the files and directories under /home. I want to check the boot files /boot, ls/boot. Bootable files I can check. I want to check the directories under /ls. So without going there, sitting from my location, my current directory, I can check any path directories. That is absolute path. So we have to given the path. So wherever they are, for example, they have subdirectories, I can give the path. So for example, I want to check the configuration file ls/etc http. I'm telling the path conf. So I want to check whether the configuration file is there or not. Yes, there httpd.conf. See, this is absolute path. You are telling the path. So under / there is a etc directory. Under etc there is a httpd subdirectory. Under httpd there is a conf is a subdirectory. There my configuration file is there. In Windows, what you are doing? Open D drive. In D drive there is a softwares. Open softwares. There is a Linux software. Open Linux software. Click. So here tell the path. Okay, ask me the questions, anybody. Is there any questions? Today I am going to stop the session here. Tomorrow I am going to start the creating files and directories in relative path, creating the file by using touch command in relative path, absolute path, creating the files in cat command in relative path, absolute path. Then how to create the file by using the Viator, how to create directories, multiple directories, creating the directories with path. So tomorrow class we are going to discuss. If you have any doubts, please ask me the doubts.
Sir, will you please tell how to create virtual machine in our laptop
Sorry?
or machine? So how to create virtual machine in our system? And for today's session, I would like to know what is time stamping.
Time stamping means, so I created one file 15 days back. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to modify the time. So today's time and date.
Okay.
By
Modification of timing is nothing but time stamp.
Timestamp, yes. Time only, not to data modification, only time.
Okay.
See, for example, you can see here I am giving ls-l. So this is May 21st, 147. This directory is created. So I can change the time.
Okay.
So for example, because real times we can take backups 1 month back, 2 months back. What they will ask. So you have to restore with the latest time, and we can restore. We can change the time. Like,
okay.
So already yesterday last class I showed you video. Last class I showed the installation process. Just you can go through that video. If you are not understand, tomorrow ask me, I will show you.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, installation video I will send you. So did you take in the admission, Sai Prasad?
It's today I'll do.
Immediately I will send all the videos to you. So from basic installation part onwards, every video is there.
Okay. So, sir, my background is mechanical engineering, so I need very scratch knowledge.
Yeah, that is the today you see in my class, na very. So
yes,
scratch onwards, I will explain each and every point. So
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Each and every point, what is user, what is shell. Directly in some institute, directly they will start to open the terminal. So create file directory, create. So I will explain one by one slowly.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. As per your instruction, I have joined the AWS too. Morning 10 a.m. AWS and in the evening Linux.
Yeah, you can go through this, no problem. Slowly we are going to do. Okay, and I also send resumes and real-time interview questions and answers. Everything I will provide to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sai Prasad.
Hello.
So is there? Yeah, tell me this.
Sir, yesterday I have completed the installation process.
Okay.
There, after completion of when I starting the VMware, then there is one message show this app can't run because it causes security or performance issues on Windows. A new version may be available. Check with your software provider or an update. So is
Windows
there any
10
problem?
Windows 10 latest version you are using.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So which version of VMware Workstation you installed?
6.0.
VMware Workstation is installed or not?
Yes, yes. 14.2. 14.
So you have to upgrade it.
You share.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to upgrade it. Then the machine will start. Okay.
Okay. So what is the process to upgrade the VMware?
So just while you are opening VMware Workstation, they will ask. So please upgrade the version. One option will come. You can check it. Otherwise, you can take one screenshot. Put the mail ID to me. Mail to mail. My mail ID is there for you.
Sir, I think I mail on Saturday.
You mail to me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Which mail ID?
Just a minute, sir.
Just what I
replied
sent
on the-
videos.
No, sir. You shared me the keys for the just a minute.
Okay, VMware keys I sent to that mail ID only, na?
Yeah, that mail ID. I reply on that.
Okay, I will check it out, na? Okay, because of number of mails.
20th of May. 20th of May. 20th of
Third. 23rd
No,
means
you want 22nd of May. 22nd of May.
22nd. So Suresh
Yeah,
Pratik,
this one.
you are Pratik,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
I just installed VMware version. Okay, this is
Sir, please show your mail ID.
VMware Workstation Pro Professional. This app can't be because if you users get helpline, don't show this message again. Run this without getting help. So if you select this, don't show this message again. It is not opening your VMware. Sorry, it is not powering on your machine.
May it's starting the machine, sir.
Okay, you can do. Just check the box. Don't show this message again. Okay.
Sir, please show your mail ID. Let me have a pic.
This is just now. I will do. This is.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. My name is Ajay Kumar, sir.
Ajay Kumar, tell me, Ajay.
Could you send that
Ajay, Annapureti Ajay.
Sir, I paid Saturday, sir, amount.
Okay, what you require? Videos you want to require?
Videos and VMware software.
Just a minute. Linux 8 p.m.
Yes, sir.
12 p.m. Linux 4 p.m. batch. Just a minute. You're in the line. Linux 8 p.m. Ajay Kumar.
I paid Saturday, sir.
Okay. I will copy your mail. This is your mail ID, no? Yes, sir. I will send videos, okay?
And the software also I don't have, and Word documents also I don't have, sir.
Everything I will send, okay?
Yes.
So VMware
Yeah, sure, sir.
Workstation, key, ISO image, everything I will send. P. Babu Naidu already is there, na? Pratik Wagare is there, Wagmare. Ajay Kumar,
Sir, I'm paying my fee. Will you please add my mail ID? Right now, I'm doing the process.
Sai Prasad, huh?
Yes, sir. It's Mandale, that is MANDALE. I guess you have MANDALE @gmail.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Varshita Kumble, did you pay?
Yes, sir, I
Worship.
paid, but I have not received the Red Hat 8.0 ISO
No,
file.
8 point I am uploading, madam, because
Okay, okay, sir.
all my Google Drives are full. So I have to create
Okay,
a new mail account. I will upload. Okay, by night
okay,
or
sir.
tomorrow morning you will send. Okay.
Okay, I have already paid on Friday, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Already your mail ID is there for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, thank
Your
you.
mail ID. Okay. Thank you. All. Tomorrow we are going to start basic comments. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.